Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Grey Wolf Rambles. So, this Rambles kind of gonna be weird and ranty, and at the same time, kind of try and hopefully give you guys an idea as to what's been going on. Why has Eve content slowed down? Well, as well as what we've been up to in the meantime. What you're going to be looking at is effectively the things we've been doing with our spare time, and I'll get more into that as we go on. But for right now, just know that what you're essentially looking at is roll 20. But so, for those of you who don't know, I recently took a rather bad fall on stairs and kind of messed up my back. Um, MS is for lack of a better phrase, MS is a bitch like that. Things happen and can't control it. Um, so what we've been doing in our spare time is I've been trying to work on videos that are real easy to produce and just kind of fun for me to pass time because I've been fighting with my insurance. And while fighting with my insurance, what I'm talking about is legitimately, while I tried to contact my insurance, they said they would not pay for a wheelchair. And so I've been trying to think of all these different ways that we could raise money to be able to get a wheelchair, to be able to go and pick one up, because as most of you know now, I'm currently unemployed student, just basically trying to get through to get my bachelor's degree, and then after I get my bachelor's, I'm going to go for my master's. But at this point in time, like, school funding is slow. School funding is coming in every other couple of months, if that. So, Eve content got put on hold. And the only reason Eve content got put on hold is because it started to feel kind of grindy. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Like, I'm not stopping the Alpha to Omega because legitimately we're almost there. I actually went and bought Plex with the majority of the money we have, and we're sitting at like 300 Plex. So it really wouldn't even be that much of a stretch to be able to push it the rest of the way. It's just gonna get grindy. And with the new agency system and some of the other ideas that they've put out there, there are even better ways to earn Plex. I haven't looked into them entirely. What I have been doing is effectively I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons with my friends, to just effectively not think about the world, to not think about the stuff that I have honestly been dreading to legitimately think about. Um, Such as, like the pain I'm in and having to walk with a cane now and not being able to be on my feet for more than 20 minutes. Like, it's not cool. And it's weird, as not cool as using the phrase not cool is. Um, it's that's where I've been at, and that's why I've been doing little things here and there that aren't as grindy, such as doing like retro games and Skyblocks, and I call Skyblock not grindy. Ugh, that I cannot believe I set that challenge for myself just to get through the first age of Skyblock, and dear God, did that take forever. I went and redid it later, on my own time, just so I could make it like even, like make everything look a little better. And I'll be honest, I'm really surprised how much faster it goes once you know like some little tips and tricks. And I'm sure there's even faster ways to do it than the way I was doing, because I did it in like an hour or something. Um, but that's kind of why Eve's been put on hold right now. Is I've got skills training on characters that I'm messing around with, and I've got stuff that's going on. But for right now, there's not going to be any Eve content for a while. And I'm sorry about that, because I know a lot of you came here to see me, go through Alpha to Omega and complete it. Like, we're practically there. The only reason I'm stopping legitimately is just right now, with everything else that's going on in my life, it's a little too grindy for me. So I thought I would bring you guys in and at least show you some of the stuff we've been doing. So I started running, and if you guys want to see this, by the way, let me know. I've got the videos for YouTube. I don't know if I really want to release it, because I'm not a good DM, but my friends are having a lot of fun, and that's really all that matters. We've been playing this campaign that I've been calling the Traitorous Traitor, where these guys have gone through this little town you see here, and little like all sorts of little events and such have happened. And you'll notice on my end, every character has a name except for Tina up here. Um, you know, and there are all these different characters they could interact with. And then there's, you know, we go to each of these areas, you know, there's all these different things they could do in these areas. And we even got like temples and such, and like this is all stuff off a like basically just a completely thrown together D&D campaign for 5th edition. That you know we're having fun with. None of us really know what we're doing for sure, but we're having fun while we mess around with it. And I just actually got done drafting up this town of Nirana. To give you guys a kind of perspective, this is me zoomed all the way out for the town of Nirana. I just got done piecing all these things together with the free stuff from Roll20. Thank you, Roll20, for having freebie stuff. But like when you zoom in, there's characters to interact with, and like townsmen and jesters and houses and pathways and a wall that doesn't line up and drives me nuts. I've tried fixing it over and over and over again. I cannot get it to work. But we've been doing this kind of stuff just to kind of have fun. For those of you who've been watching any of our D&D stuff that's coming from the Horde of the Dragon Queen, that's a campaign Bibbs is running, or Marabu Halcyon. We all call him Bibbs. It's a running joke. But that's essentially kind of the same thing we're doing here, except while he's following a scripted campaign, I'm making shit up on the fly. And to any of the players who might be watching right now, you may want to stop the video. The rest is going to be kind of like spoilerish territory stuff. Because I'm going to be giving you guys kind of a, like, just as a little look at, like, this scrolls down a lot. You can see, like, this scrolls down quite a ways. This is all the kind of stuff that, you know, like, we've drafted up. The town of Carlisle, home of Elven Ale. You know, and, like, just all these different stuff. And I've been having so much fun just drafting up this world. And throwing these guys basically to the meat grinder, as it were. Just kind of like, here, can you deal with this? And then watching them come up with these really cool, like, solutions and such. And it's been a lot of fun. But one thing I have to note is that while as fun as it is, I know it's not Eve content. I know that's what a lot of people came for. And I know that a lot of people are unsubscribing. And that doesn't, like, I get it. Like, I unsubscribe to people all the time because, like, oh, you stopped producing content I liked. You know, so it's like, I apologize to them, but obviously they're not going to see this. But yeah, there's been a lot going on here. If you guys saw my last video about depression, it hasn't gotten much better. In all honesty, I've been finding ways to bide my time, as it were, but it's still, like, things still aren't good here. Like, the wife and I are back to talking much more. We're actually gaming a lot more together. In fact, she's the one that's been helping me draft up this town and, you know, come up with the things to go into it, but things are getting better. It's just going to take time. That's really where we're at. It's just going to take time. So for those of you who've been seeing our live stream, we're basically doing live stream fundraisers. And I know, like, that seems so cheap and petty, but, like, I don't know what else to do. Like, short of going and standing on effectively a street corner, because I can't work, because I can't be on my feet for very long. You know, I can't work. The wife's unemployed, you know, and, like, it's just it's weird. So I couldn't think of anything else to do. So we've just been doing fundraiser streams. If you guys got any ideas, like things I can do from home from my computer, let me know. Please let me know. Because at this point in time, like, I'm getting close to the point where I'm gonna actually fully file for disability, and God, does that scare the ever-living shit out of me. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Like, I do not like the idea of somewhere on a piece of paper it being listed that I am disabled. I absolutely fucking dread that. But I just kind of want to give you guys an update, kind of a little insight as to what's going on here. I know a lot of people have been watching our cross-out video. our little cross-out tutorials. If you guys are liking those, let me know, because I'll make more of them. I have fun with cross-out. But at the same time, like, I'm not real good at it. I have fun with cross-out, but I'm not good at it at all. I blow up a lot. There are actually very few matches that I'm not the charge in and die character. You know, the guy that helps win the game because he killed people, but at the same time, by the end of the match, he's very much dead. Yeah, that's me usually. Um, but if that's something you guys want to see, or if you guys want to see the D&D stuff we've been doing, let me know. I'll put it up. You know, I mean, I'll release it. It's got some copyrighted stuff like in it, which you can see here, like on the side. You can see I've got some songs and such which have been playing. One I've been loving is Kalo's version of the Bard song. Um, in my campaign, it's used multiple times, basically to hypnotize the players into buying drinks at this inn. It's just basically the Bard lives there and works there, and well, technically, as our sorcerer recently found out, the Bard doesn't live there. His soul has been trapped there, but that's neither here nor there. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of me just kind of speaking my piece with you guys, just to let you guys know kind of what's going on. And if you guys got questions, leave them below. You know, like, you know, hey, what's your thoughts on doing X retro game, or hey, what's your thoughts on, you know, blah 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 blah. Just, I mean, hell, hit me up with a question. I feel free. I check my YouTube daily, because right now I'm in the process of I've been editing, not editing as it were. I've been reviewing Dungeons and Dragons footage, basically to, if we do ever release them, I want to make sure they're titled correctly and that, you know, things are hopefully at least viewable. I don't want to hear like large screechy audio. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear that. You know, I know what I wouldn't watch, and based on what I wouldn't watch, I'm trying to make at least stuff that hopefully other people would watch. But yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with me. Um, and just we've been having a lot of fun with Dungeons and Dragons and just kind of piecing stuff together. But um, that's really all I got to say. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. How do I stop this? Oh, there it is. Stop.